what was his name? John Lear, and John doesn't do radio anymore, but I remember Art Bell, and he used to write to me. And I don't know why all these people, they were writing to me, right? So it was all the UFO stuff, but a lot of it I couldn't divulge, even to Stanton Friedman, because I used to write government. Well, I won't go there. Well, I've already said I'm retired now. I don't see why. Investigations, right? Or I would do, well, I've already told you, assured confidential investigative reports, right? So we can talk about it. And so I had met J. Allen Hynek years ago, and he rode somewhere between Colorado when I was at the Air Force Base there. I believe that's the plane trip because a German, one of them took me out on the air base to give me my clearance level, Q or above, and then I wound up with Royal 14. But J. Allen Hynek worked with Air Force, but he met me on an airplane, and and I believe it was the year he must have known he had cancer or something. I don't know when he found out. I don't even know that he had cancer. What am I saying? I act like I know. But anyway, I just know he died in 1986. But I was reading a book called Aliens Among Us by Ruth Montgomery, and the reason I remember is because I was embarrassed. It was new out, and I was embarrassed to have it. But he was real interested in that. But he encouraged me. He listened to my story about dying and going to White Sands and seeing extraterrestrials and UFO ships. We call them flying saucers back then. But anyway, he took my story and told him that he told me about Center for UFO Studies, and he asked me if I would continue his work. And I was like, what the? I'm a government investigator, and I'm training, and I just got, I'm uniform, and I want to do GS, and I was in a special program, and I was learning Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. I was working Joint Chief of Staff and DOJ and working for JAG officers. And what am I going to do? Go chase? You know what I mean? You can imagine, like, yeah, right. But I told him, yeah, when I retire, I'll do that. You get it? So I told him, yeah, and then I'm doing it. So I don't know what I'm doing. So it's like the blind leading the blind. But I think he understood that had these things happen. We didn't discuss Bigfoot, by the way. We only talked about, me dying as a child with hepatitis and then dying when I had my fourth child. And he was interested in the orb beings and the grays and the tall whites and working my family genealogy and why the government and my name Thurmond, and real interesting because we had like a couple hours or so. I don't know. But he sort of made me realize that no, this is serious. There's something going on, and yada yada, and there's something there, and I'm just going to ask you to please continue to work, that kind of stuff, But I didn't know it was going to involve Bigfoot. But I don't know that it does, except for that memory, and I don't remember that I had that memory when I met him in the '80s, because on my trip to Hawaii is when I had, like you said, you had a regression. And in that regression, I had these memories come back. So tell me about your regression.
Oh, there isn't a whole lot to talk about. It was part of it was part of a group of people who got involved with an individual. I don't even remember the woman's name, to be honest. It's been a while back. But no, she told me that she gave me the whole scenario about, past lives, and then this thing up with the 20th Maine came up. It kind of clicked when she told me about it after we discussed and debriefed. But yeah, that kind of clicked with me.
Well, when you pick up on things and like you have visions, but usually in a regression, from the ones I know that are professionals, I was taken back by a doctor, PhD for the government, Dr. Laura Sturgis in Hawaii. And I was teaching her psychic classes at the time. She really liked what I did. And she met me at the University of Hawaii and we were doing holodynamic classes. And she liked me as a president, CEO of a corporation over there. Plus I worked in investigations, and she just liked me as a person. But mainly she got interested in me through Cynthia Chu with the Chinese and the Ambassador and Reagan and all that. Oh man, I better not even go there. I'm going way too far. Anyway, take you off on a tangent. I'm known for that. I don't mean to. But anyway, there's something about being regressed where usually they will just let you relax and get, calm you down. I learned all that in Hawaii. That was part of our psychic network and spiritual awakening, and we had a spiritual world network, and we combined psychic and spirit. But when we went over to the trade industry in what was that called in New York, and Sean David Morton, what was that? Whole Life Expo, New York. And then we did Whole Life Expo in San Francisco and Seattle, I think. But we were combining them, but they wouldn't let the UFO business in, really. They put them way off, and they had one little group of vendors. They didn't like the UFO people at that time, back in the 80s, were very, very seldom asked to do spiritual things or whole life or type of events where they sold gadgets or health and wellness. Back then, body, mind, spirit groups, Whole Life Expo. So the UFOs had taken a long time through events, I guess, to get to be almost non-pseudoscience. But I believe maybe part of my quest is to get that part out there. Now, can you tell me if you have any ET UFO stories of your own?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot, quite honest with you.
What?
Yeah. I bet, like I said, I told you earlier I've worked with a gentleman not far from where you live at now. And
okay, it didn't click. He's a UFO person?
Not a UFO. This is all alien. This is all alien related.
Oh, so you're an alienologist?
No, it's kind of part of what I do. Part of being a Fortean researcher. I look into, and I've had my own experiences and such. So, I was wondering, Theresa, can we pick this up at another time? Something just came up.
Oh,
I
sure.
got a message. I got to take care of this.
I appreciate it. I need time, and this is a good time. It's right on the hour.
Yeah.
So I think we've got an hour. Well, are you okay? Because we've got, what is it, second or third? Did you get a note from Blog Talk?
Yeah.
When is that, so we can tell people?
That's supposed to be tomorrow, I think.
Do you know? Is it 7?
Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Let me pull it up here. I'm looking. My computer's. Oh, here it is. My computer's always slow on Sundays.
Yeah, mine will be really slow. I use a laptop. Are you?
Yeah, that's what I use.
Oh no.
It's tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh really? Are you sure? Is that from the Blog Talk company? Let me look and see. I just want to make sure, because the girl that does our alien contact shows, but we wouldn't know where.
It says here. Well, it says
Monday,
Hangout. It says from Hangouts.
Hangout. Let's see here. Okay, TJ Morris ETRadio, upcoming broadcast. Lon Strickler, Fortean researcher, author, and publisher, syndicated. Oh, you're right. Oh, I'm glad we talked today. Wow, I wouldn't even have been there. All right, so it's for tomorrow. That was that other booking agency that you got, right? That one in India. And I don't know how to track that. You had to tell me you were booked and how you booked it. So that was good. All right. Well, so if you're okay,
are you going to call me tomorrow or what?
No, you're on a different station in New York. It's you call 3. Can I give you this phone number?
Yeah, hang on a minute.
It's different than this one's mine and your company, ACIR. This is brand new that you're on today. You and I just made it.
Okay.
We're going to put this one on Spreaker, ACIR. It'll go on iHeart. Is that okay with you?
I don't care.
Okay, thank you. No, you're starting your own thing with me, ACO Club, just you and me. But I don't know. We got a whole bunch of topics, but we got to figure out how we work together, like you with that MI5 chick. Now, I didn't work for MI5. Do you have restrictions on your...
Yeah, I do. I can only say but so much with that. All I can talk about is that I was trained. I can't go beyond that.
Okay, so you're a trained remote viewer. I am too, by
Mm,
the way. All right, so Lon Strickler, folks, he's broadcasting on one of my channels, personal channels. Today is for the ACO Club with American Communications and Allied Command Internet Radio, ACIR Radio. Tomorrow is with Lon Strickler, broadcast paranormal with Blog Talk Radio out in New York for Mr. Levy, but I think he sold it to Vozcast. That is actually recording tomorrow live, 3 p.m., folks. So I'm going to hit Facebook right now. I'm hitting the F for Facebook, and I'll throw it on social media. I'll throw it on Twitter. Lon Strickler, and he is a Fortean researcher, trainer, expert, and I'm going to try to get him to help me run some Train the Trainer. He doesn't know that yet because I haven't talked to him about it. I guess that's the way the universe works. Who knows? I mean, if y'all have got any answers,
so
we'd love to hear
you
from you.
have a number that you need me to call tomorrow?
Yes, sir. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
347 945 7207.
Okay,
Got
what are
that?
the last four digits again?
7207.
7207. Okay.
3 o'clock. Now that's my time, Central. Are you on Eastern?
I'm at 4 o'clock, so I'll call. You want me to call like 10 minutes before? Or?
It's just you and me. It's a taped thing where they've got music and ACO, a radio out of Revolution Radio.
And how long is the interview?
It's a 2-hour show. It goes by pretty fast, though.
Okay.
It'll be 4 to 6. Now that goes distributed to different places. I don't even have a list line, but I'm going to try to be organized now that I've got time to be, because now I can be more organized. But I'm looking for people like you that have content that want to be more or be more people. You're looking for a new audience. Well, maybe the same audience to some. We don't know unless we ask them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're just syndicating. How's that? That sounds good. Let's
Okay.
syndicate. So I'm going to put you out there to people. And folks, I'm real excited that the universe has provided Lon Strickler for us. And he will be back March. It's tomorrow, March
Mm-hmm.
2nd. And we appreciate it, Lon, for being on the call today. And we look forward. Now, tomorrow we're going to discuss your books because with our authors club as well, right? And whatever we didn't get into today, whatever you want to talk about. All right.
Okay. No
Thank
problem.
you for helping us today with our club, and I hope you'll look into helping us on whatever you feel an expert at, what you are about. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Lon. Look forward
Talk to
to
you
it.
tomorrow. Okay.
All right. Thank you, and I'll
Bye.
send you a copy of this for whatever email I've got on file.
Okay.
Oh wait, I
Sounds
can
good.
send it when I end this. I can just send you a copy on this Skype.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you
Sounds
so
good.
much. Thank you. I don't have any
Bye.
music, folks. All right, this is my line show.